Stay in To MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Rippers, Rumblers. And last time, well, we've got ourselves a Raven. We don't know what we're going to do with it, but it's going to take a little while to actually get fully kitted up. But by the time that happens, we should have a good idea of what we're going to do with it. But in the meantime, we need a little bit of cash. We managed to hit the end of the month, and we're getting a little bit low. So we're going to take this mission really quick, supply lines, in order to get a little bit of money flowing. So, Commander, we're trying to safely transport injured personnel to one of our facilities on Glacier. Unfortunately, satellite surveillance has shown pirate units operating in the region that we're expecting to move our medical convoy through. We need a mercenary lance to sweep the area and eliminate any pirate units. Please think of this contract as a mission of mercy. Yeah, and if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Alright, so let's drop down on this set of people and hit them like the hammer that we have. Alrighty, we are in position, and ooh, there's a very nice little structure here. I'm not quite used to seeing this. Maybe it's from this angle. It doesn't really matter. Let's get Hammer on the move. He's going to sprint on forward, get a little bit of intel. He needs to be close anyway. The Valiant, valiantly desiring to get within melee combat of the enemy, just short of the minerals. That's a bit unfortunate. Would have been nice if he could stop right inside, but not quite. We're going to keep Brother moving up alongside with him. The Hatchaman, a little bit slower, a little bit more supporting. He does, after all, have an LB-10, so that is a very useful piece of supporting equipment. And the Hunchback on the move as well. I do think, although I could be wrong on this, that we're actually hurting our rolls for detection next round by sprinting, but we kind of need to get close in order to use the majority of our firepower. Centurion bringing up the rear, and also an excellent fire support platform. These MMLs just have proven to be fantastic with the Artemis 4 ammunition. Alrighty, coming back up to us, we have nothing in sight. Let's sprint. Oh, we can get to the next set of minerals. That will help us greatly. We have sensor locks. We have a crab, as well as a J. Edgar tank. Let's zoom in on this crab. We had a crab for a long time in Sledge's Hammers, and it was just a mini king crab, but we finally have the actual crab now that we've updated to the actual flashpoint. So what kind of crab are we dealing with? It's a crab 27, which I believe is 2 large lasers, a medium laser, and a small laser, if I'm remembering that correctly. We are going to open fire with our twin ER mediums. Blink away. 2 good hits, one on the leg, one on the torso. Oh, on the center torso too. So he's pretty vulnerable. Brother. Oh, brother, where art thou? Let's get you on up here. Oh, I was hoping I would have a supporting position. How about if I jumped? Can't quite make it up to the ledge, so we're just going to have to keep running as fast as we can. We'll take a little bit of cover over here, but this is our path of charge. Hopefully we'll be able to see that crab and support the Valiant soon, because otherwise, well, the Valiant may be all off on his own, and we don't quite trust him to survive and all that. It is a light mech at the end of the day. We have to keep that in mind. Okay, not sure what that was. Could have been a large autocannon, could have been a small autocannon. I doubt an AC-2 purely from the perspective of... Oh, you're coming to punch me. Interesting. Purely from the perspective of if they have an AC-2, they'll generally have multiple. Oh, he hit us and went right through the torso. Our ER medium laser and our patch for materials are there. We can't afford to lose that. Ripper, do you have a shot? You really don't. How about if I walked versus if I ran with the supporting fire on 20% versus... Getting a little bit closer would give me a 17, but it'll be closer. I'm taking the 17, but closer. Let's get these MMLs into action. It is a rear shot. Fire away. Let's make him nervous about life. Not so much, apparently. We managed to miss every single shot. He's not in the minerals, I don't think. So once we can actually get line of sight on him, we might be able to cause absolute havoc with his capabilities. I probably shouldn't have moved the Hunchback right there, because I think that's on the direct sprint path that I wanted to take Ripper on. But that'll be fine. We've got Hammer up. He is ready to rock and or roll. If he swings the hammer into the back, he very well could kill somebody. Oh, but I don't... Oh, he's covered from the back? Really? Oh, that sucks on so many levels. We're going to have to move here, I feel, but that kind of leaves me vulnerable to incoming fire from off-map, and we already saw what that can do. Still... Chop him in half. Go for it. The Valiant is swinging. You missed a 94, man. You're gonna die. So his back is open. His back is towards the enemy. He is not properly braced. This is a problem waiting to happen. Can I please get a line of sight with anybody else? How about if you jumped? Nope. Hey, Omega, how about you? Oh, it's gotta be another turn before we're in support range. No! I think we may have lost the Valiant. Oh, that's terrifying. I've got nothing else to support him with. Jump. I can get a little bit closer if I jump. So we're going to leap up here. We're going to brace, which sheds our stability problems, but we're almost there. And he's going to go for another punch on the side this time. Luckily, not the back. And another hit penetrating our arm. This is our Vibro Sword arm. We cannot afford to lose this. Hopefully he's finally exposed his back, because I'd like to get back there and, you know, swing the Vibro Sword into his back. Our off-map buddy is not supporting fire? Not supporting fire. Okay, good. Ripper, you're up. Ripper will not be able to make it in the line of sight, but what Ripper can do, just checking to make sure he couldn't, is he can provide supporting MML fire, and hopefully that'll be enough. We're almost to you, buddy. We were a little bit too aggressive, and this time nailing some good hits. Structure exposed. He is unsettled. Hammer is up because it's hammer time. I'll try not to make that joke too many times. His name, I mean, he has a sword after all. This is his left arm, and we will be shielding the left arm. We will be in cover, so 94.9% chance, man. Guarded, bulwark, and... oh, Clang hand destroyed, torso destroyed, pilot is injured and unsteady. Just stressed. As long as he's not the next one to move. It's Bessie. Here comes Bessie. I have no idea what this is. Let's find... oh, good. We were not going to have to find out this turn. And we are in range. A J. Edgar tank has an AC 10. That could hurt a lot if it hit us, but I'm going to go for it. Because I'd like to basically take the arms off you. Flick it out. We're ready to go. And there we go. His other arm off. That's both of his large lasers. I think. I'm 90% positive the 27 has a pair of large lasers. He'll go for another kick, I'm sure of it. Uh-oh, we got a problem. That's a Hetzer. A Hetzer is basically an AC-20 on treads. Think the more solid version of the Saladin. It's got more armor, I'm pretty certain. And a J. Edgar with his 25-ton hover. A pair of... I'm going to say that that's got to be AC-2s. Or they could be light rifles. He did do 30 damage after all. The AC-2, I believe, only deals... less than that. Deals 25. We're finally in a good position to lend some fire support. We're not getting any salvage out of the mission, so fire away. I should have clustered. Mistake on my point, but we still completely tore it apart. That mech was nothing more than a pair of legs and a head floating in the mid-air like the cartoons. Alright, so the Hetzer we've got to deal with, and soon, because that thing's gonna annihilate everybody. We will have terrible shots if we sprint. How about if I walked? Still not a great shot, if I'm completely honest. How about from here? It's not a great shot. We'll shut off the AC-10, or AC-20, and we'll take a pot shot. Nice and easy shelling. And we did manage to hit him with one of the lasers. Good job managing to weaken his armor a little bit. And I'm waiting for what this Hetzer is going to do, because this has got to die. Alright, what's Bessie? Bessie's a Cattle Master with some form of autocannon. Only does 16 damage, so not a very big one. And I'm going to guess a single flamer. And was that a medium laser or another flamer? I wasn't paying close enough attention. So we have a hero Cattle Master. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be capable of doing, but we need to keep that in mind because, well, we have a very large tank here who's going to cause us lots and lots of pain. Can I get over here? I can't. But I might be able to trick the game into letting me get over there. So we're going to swing into melee. We're going to move right here. This will give us bulwark and defense and shut off some of our stability issues. So right on top of them. Let's get in here. Brother managing to just rip the guts out of him. Excellent job there. And I had been hoping to see him, and we see him, and we're there. Lovely. That's exactly what the plan was, that we would use him to leapfrog vision to get over here to the J. Edgar. We're going to sprint all the way into the corner. Hopefully that'll give us enough protection. We are going to be bulwarked and in cover and at a high speed. Hopefully that will be enough to protect us from the Hetzer if it doesn't see us. I'm really hoping it doesn't. And a good stomp right there. Completely tore off the back. That vehicle is destroyed. 75% of enemy powered forces are defeated. That means we've only got this Hetzer, and this Hetzer is terrifying. Hetzers are dangerous. They're anything with an AC-20 and treads is dangerous. So let's see where the Hetzer is going to go, because this is the big question. He's moving for the Valiant. I had worries about that. Oh, he missed. He missed. Okay, we're good. We're safe. All right, Ripper. Can you get in here and get a direct line of sight on this guy? Not quite. You have just been supporting missile fire this whole match. Well, except for, you know, the one round where he completely gutted a crab. But still, kind of feel sorry that the main thing I've been using him for is missiles. And you missed every single one of them. You had a 22% chance, man. You should have hit at least 2 of them. Alright, Hammer. If you want to save your life, stomp on him hard. What is this? Rough terrain. Okay. So, in order to save your life, you need to make sure you hit him with an 87% chance. And there we go. 100% pirate units destroyed. So, unfortunately, the Vibro Sword did take a little bit more damage. I don't think we took any crits there. We did take a single point of damage on it. So that's going to be a little bit of an expensive repair, unfortunately. But, in the near future, we'll be able to use it again. So the Enforcer's probably going to get swapped in for a little bit. Once again, we will be deprived of my very favorite Valiant. It is my favorite mech at this point. And not just because it's the first community-made mech for mech models, but this thing is everything I want in a melee mech. It's fast, it goes high on the initiative, it's maneuverable, I love it. We got a Flamer. Oh, it's a periphery rifle is what that was. Interesting. So there was the Crab and the Cattle Master and an injury resistance cockpit. Oh, that's a shame. But we weren't really looking to get all that much, and honestly, it would have been a major waste if we had gone for full salvage on that, so I'm pretty happy with my choice. The maximum salvage on that mission was a 2.9, so not exactly priority right there. So by going for the cash, we've managed to get ourselves good for this month, hopefully, and then we can move on to other missions where we'll take a little bit more risks, but we'll hopefully get more salvage, be more useful in that way. Wow, that was a fast mission. We're only 10 minutes into the episode. So the Valiant will probably be out for at least 7 days, I'm going to assume, because he's got 2 armor penetrations. One on the arm, one on the left torso, I believe. So that Vibro Sword, we can't lose it. There, that is the upside. 10,000 in 7 days, yep. So there is an upside to it. We can never actually lose the weapon system. It's only 3 days, though, so that's not terrible. How long until... Oh, did we already finish all the ship upgrades for it? Refit harness. No, this is... Go back. This is automation, right? Yeah, so, okay, so we are actually operating from two mech bays at full power. That's wonderful. We're at 983. Can I get a training module? I absolutely can. Only 90,000. That's an early pickup you want to get. I like to get mech bay 2 first because it keeps op tempo high. And it looks like in the next 4 days, we will be able to commit another lance into battle. So let's accelerate on the clock of time. Hatchetman's done. Okay, stop time. I could get Hammer back and use him in... Really kind of want to do that. I'm going to do that. 1 more day for Hammer. And I am going to... Yes, I'm going to resist the temptation to take the A-team once again. So we will do a quick check of the MechWarriors. And Hammer, do you have any skills up? Not yet, but you're working on it. And then Bullet Trap, Exodus, Hacker, Majestic. Okay, we're all good. Let's check out the contracts and see what we want to take next. I don't want to take anything too dangerous, but a 1.5 skull, another 2 of 9. Oh, that pays out terribly. 2 of 9 for 500,000? That's nothing. All of it is a defend base. We might be able to pull that one off. It is a 1 skull. I'm not committed on that. Defend base also, and an escort. Escorts just take a while. Forward observers we could take for a straight-on battle, but that is a 2 skull. That I would definitely want the entire lance to go with. So we're going to spring a trap, I suppose. We don't really need the cash. We could go for a maximum... Oh, can you take reputation anymore? You can, okay. We could go for a max reputation run, or a salvage run, or a cash run. It's not a lot of cash, though. It's... Okay, it's enough for pay our operating expenses for a month. That would encourage us to move on to the next level of upgrades. But I want stuff, and it says that it's a powerful mech. We're going to take Trap Sprung at a 2 of 9. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but we should be able to get stuff done. Let's swap out the A-team. Hammer is going to stick around. We want to get Hammer skilled up. This Valiant needs skills in order to be super useful. And we take Bullet Trap in the Centurion, because it has the most varied weapon systems. I'm going to take Exodus on Hunchback, giving him an opportunity to shoot and then move. And in the Hatchet Man, we will take Hacker. Come on, Hacker. There you go. Just because it matches up just a little bit better. So, Hammer in the Valiant, Hacker in the Hatchet Man, Bullet Trap in the Centurion, Exodus or rocking the Hunchback. Oh, I love this Hunchback. I mean, it's not being super amazing so far this campaign, but that's just only because we haven't given it opportunities to be amazing yet. But the single AC-20 Hunchback is amazing. Just gorgeous in all ways. The thing that I want to do is I want to give it a bigger fusion core. I want to turn it into a turbo back, so it'll lose 2 lasers, lose 2 heat sinks, upgrades that engine, and there you go with just monstrous firepower and speed. Okay, 5.8 is not exactly monstrous speed, but it is fun. So, we are getting a number of reports from agents on the ground of a powerful mech sporting local government colors. A single mech operating on its own out in the middle of nowhere. Sounds like a trap. Our plan is to spring the trap and see who comes to investigate. Engage the mech, intercept the forces of the planetary government, and destroy all of them. So, it is a trap. We know we're walking into a trap and there will be reinforcements, but there could be an interesting strong mech that we will hopefully be able to take easily. So let's drop in on these guys and have a good time. And nothing as of yet on sensors. Let's get Hammer rocking forward. We got him in a little bit of trouble last time, and we don't exactly have a mineral field to hide in this time, but putting him out and forward allows him to be aggressive. He does have cover and bulwark thanks to the trees, and Exodus will come to follow up in the Hunchback. He is hungry for cannon fire, or at least he wants to send it towards somebody. Still nothing on scopes and sensors, but I'm not expecting it because we are sprinting. Hacker might get a line of sight on, or might get a sensor lock on something. Just because, one, he's going to be out forward, and two, he has a couple of tactic skills. But I'm not anticipating too much until we actually start getting that Raven out. I really do think we want to put the Electronic Warfare Suite on that Raven. It gives it basically a Beagle Active Probe, I think. It does give it advanced sensors of some description, which will help. And plus a Slick Suite's cockpit, I think, was available. We got incoming fire. Gee, thanks, Darius, for the warning. And one hit. Might have been two, but I only saw the numbers for the one. So we are good. We have the reinforcements coming off on our left. They are... Oh, that's a bad position for reinforcements for us because they're high. They're going to get lots of accuracy advantages. See, in the vanilla game, if you have a high ground advantage, you do get a shot advantage. However, it is capped. RogueTech doesn't cap it, so that high of a mountain, oh, we're in trouble. And I want to send Hammer up front. I want Hammer to be able to shoot at somebody. All right, Hacker, let's sprint you up as fast as you will go. Up into the trees. Perfect. And that will give us a sensor lock on somebody. We don't actually have target on it. It's a Vindicator VND 1AA. I'm not sure if that's a PPC or a large laser version. We're going to find out relatively soon because he's going to be coming for us. More missiles coming in, this time on the Hatchet Man. The Hatchet Man's a little bit better to actually take that kind of fire. And he manages to avoid all of it thanks to his evasion and being in the trees. So operating amongst the trees will be very helpful. All right, let's get the Hunchback on the roll. Oh, we can get a shot. It's not going to be a good shot, but just plugging a couple of medium lasers downrange ought to be fine. Yeah, 13%. I'm not going to bother with it, but I will fire with them. I thought I shut it off. I did not. Crap. That's going to recoil now, and that's unfortunate because now I've got to worry about that. Oh, I meant to shut it off. I must have misclicked it. Just barely missed it. I'll have to go back. I don't really care that much. All right, Bullet Trap bringing the Centurion, our solid, reliable killing mech. Full speed sprint to get line of sight will grant us... we don't know, but I do believe there was a walk that would give it to us. It would be a super long range shot, and it would be obstructed, so I can't imagine it would be a very good chance. We're going to maneuver over here, and hopefully we'll at least have a shot with our MMLs and the autocannon. I'm going to change it to a cluster round, mainly because 43%, whole bunch of shots, might give us something, and I don't anticipate him having a ton of armor. We do have a penetration already, so Hammer, I'm going to reserve. See if I can't get him to come to me. That's my goal. Come within visual range. More fire coming down on the Hunchback. The Hunchback is exposed. So we've got incoming missiles. An okay number of them. Nothing too crazy. Although the fact that so many missiles are coming after us is a little bit concerning. Reserve. I think it's us. So we're down to the bottom of initiative. We are going to sprint forward and we are going to get a line of sight on him. I will not leave the trees. So let's see exactly what we're dealing with. We have a Vindicator. He has a missile weapon and an additional 3 energy. If we zoom in here, it is a PPC, or at least that's what it appears to be. So if that's a PPC, I'm assuming PPC, small laser in the head, and the other arm has a medium laser. So we have a shot. It's 57%. Tossed it out. Didn't actually connect, so we're okay with that. He does have a couple of penetrations, as both of his arms have been exposed, as has been his torso. So we might be able to use that to our advantage. I was hoping that Hammer would outrun him. Wait, what? Where are you going? Get back here. I want to get line of sight on him because I want to be able to axe him. But if he runs away like that, I'm going to have some serious trouble being able to actually pull that maneuver off. More fire coming in on the Hatchet Man, but the Hatchet Man is fine. He's okay. And it looks like they split fire. Or is it just resetting? Nope, here comes more fire. So they've got multiple who are moving in this turn as we take some light missile damage. It's nothing too bad so far. Oh, I say that right as he takes a headshot. We got a Fleet 15. Alright, moving towards us. I really, really wanted to get an axe hit on that mech, but he ran away. Which is a good plan. He has a PPC. If he gets a height advantage, shoots down on us, I mean, that's exactly where he wants to be. So I can't blame him for it. It's just kind of irritating because I really wanted to get that shot in. Let's sprint on forward. We have a line of sight on the Flea. 4% chance on the cannon. We're going to shut that off. Oh, I get why. Because I clicked over here, which is the ammo change, and it only has one ammo type. We're going to have to be a little bit more careful about that. Not the entire bar is open, it's just part of the bar. So, no shots on the flea. Wasn't expecting it. It's a flea, it's maneuverable, it's fast. Can I axe him? I cannot axe him a question. Can move, but that leaves me so very vulnerable. There's probably no way that I get a better shot here. But I am going to keep preserving. I'm going to try. I want that better shot. Get me further up. Get me something. Okay, and 7.3, and not terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multi-attack. We're going to split fire on the Vindicator and on the Flea. And just open fire at everything. So, long-range missiles plus the cluster rounds, getting a fair number of hits. Any hit is a penetrator at this point, but we didn't manage to cause any critical hits, unfortunately. A couple of lasers flying out towards the Flea, not doing too much damage. Meh. Enemy turn, so whoever else is with the Flea, and we still have a couple of mechs to go before I'm willing to call it absolute quits on the... And taking some fire. The Hunchback is a stern, solid mech designed to take some hits, although we don't want to take too many, otherwise bad things can occur. Reserve. And Hacker's up. Hacker can't get a swing on... Can I jump that? No. Hacker... Ooh. One space won't make a difference. Hacker can't get a direct line of sight either, unfortunately. I kind of had the hope. Turn that on. Ammo type 16. He can't spread his fire, but we can open fire on the Flea. Just give him everything. We do have pulse lasers, so even at 10% we might get something in. And with a Flea, it's so poorly armored that any hit is probably going to do something to it. Alright, down to Hammer. Hammer is not going to get that beautiful line of sight that he wants. I can get right here. Full speed, we're going for him. I am committing Hammer to going after this guy. So you guys handle the Flea and everybody else. Oh, also a Raven. That's unfortunate. In the meantime, lasers up. 2 good hits with the lasers, getting some penetrating hits on that one. And we've opened up most of his back armor. Oh, enemy turn moves first. I was hoping that Hammer would be able to double up on him. Oh, it's the Flea. Or the Raven, perhaps. Lots of missiles raining down on the Hatchetman. We gotta keep Hacker a little bit more safe. Oh, it's Hammer. It's Hammer. I really kind of just want to stand still. Oh, I can move here. Okay, we're going to move here. Go for the back attack still. And engine destroyed. That was a little bit more finite than what I wanted. I kind of wanted a couple of pieces of that, but okay. We've taken out the engine. He is gone. Let's get the Hunchback on the roll. Hunchback from here would shoot at a 13. Hunchback from not much closer would shoot at a 13. And we are putting ourselves outside of cover, which is a bit unfortunate. Give me a walk to the edge of the forest. I'll be satisfied with that. Stabilize the mech, get some things under control. We may as well throw an AC-20 shell at him. I mean, it's not like we're going to go through all of them. We only have 8, well, we have 8 left, which is a huge number. Flea still not getting hit, but he is in the forest. He is evasive. Enemy phase. Let's see if he brings that Flea out. Oh, he's got a Scorpion LRM. That's where those missiles were coming from. Okay. I was really concerned with what we were actually facing based on the number of LRMs. I kind of had forgotten, stupidly, that they're going to have vehicles as well. Duh. Alright, comes back up to us. Hacker, are you in range? I doubted it, and yeah, there's no way. He's just not fast enough to get there. He can try, he can get right there, and that gives him some really nice medium pulse laser shots, which he's going to take. And we've got a Hunter, which is LRMs, a Scorpion, which is LRMs, and a Raven, which I'm going to guess has some version of LRMs. Another cluster round we may as well fire is recoiling a little bit, which is unfortunate, but it's a Flea. Any number of those clusters that hits is a good hit. And a decent number of punches on him. Oh, there goes half the mech right there. Upper arm destroyed, the right torso and the right arm. So take out about half of his systems. Bullet trap in our Centaurian, gonna stomp on forward, get as close as he can. I'm kind of disappointed that we weren't able to get him unsteady on that. I am gonna sprint, stay into the forest, count on that damage reduction, and just keep blazing away with the cannons. We've almost got his leg out. Flamer crit. Oh, I was hoping for a leg hit. I was hoping to knock his leg out and throw him on the ground. He is now unsteady, although I think he'll get to move now. So there is that working against us. Okay, we got the Hunter moving. Hunter's going to lob his missiles at the Hatchetman, because why wouldn't you? He's out in the open. Not able to get too much accurate fire. Excellent. So Because he doesn't have direct line of sight, because they probably don't have C3 systems, they probably can't touch me. Flea's going to back up a little bit. He no longer wants to be involved in that fight, and that'll actually put him out of range of the Hatchet Man again. Oh, come into range of my Hatchet Man, please. I desire it. I desire it greatly. Rear attack, and he's not moving. Brace for impact. He's got 2 hits on his back, but his light armor was able to hold on to it. Not in too much trouble. Hammer will be up next. Hammer, can I actually get you within range of, well, anything? No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you over here. You're going to move along the back rank up here at maximum speed. And the idea with this will be that he will be able to come in and flank in the next turn or so. I'm going to vigilance him. Bring him up even further, make sure that he gets an additional evasion. He'll be entrenched. Anybody who wants to take a pot shot at him, he should be able to handle it. That's the goal. Okay, we got more fire coming down on the Hatchet Man. I wanted the Hatchet Man to use his actual hatchet this turn, so the fact that he pulled out of melee, I don't know if the AI is being smart and actually realizes that, and if so, that's very clever. That it actually understands double blind rules. I really kind of hope that's the case, just because it's more cool that way. So Hacker is weathering the fire from the long-range missiles, and seems to be doing just fine. Exodus. Exodus, can I get you a shot? Possibly. We're going to keep into cover. Give ourselves some protection. We do have line of sight on the Flea now. That should be enough. I'm going to take my shot on you. Shut off the small laser because I want to stay under heat for this turn. Missed him with that, but managed to nail him with one of the lasers. And he's out of there. Okay, so good news and bad news. The good news is we took on the mech. The bad news is we're no longer in range to exploit it. So we are going to have to sprint once again, I think. We're really not that much faster sprinting as we are running. It's really kind of sad. 38% chance is the best we're going to get. We're going to expose ourselves. They have long-range missiles and a medium laser. He's got just long-range missiles, I assume. And we are going to cook it, because next round we are swinging for sure fire. So opening fire with our cannons once again, nailing him with a couple of pulse laser shots. Not doing super accurate, but that wasn't to be expected. And structure exposed. That'll work out quite nicely. Ammo explosion avoided, but first turn is free. And let's see if Bullet Trap can't get a shot. The Centurion also a little bit slow. We have an odd problem with that. Although the Valiant being so gosh darn quick really sort of counteracts that. I kind of want to shoot the 100 just because it's a better accurate shot, but if I get any hits on that torso, those could crit, and I gotta give it a shot. Well, we missed every single shot, so it's not too terrible. Alright, the next movement will be by Hammer. He'll get to run on in. Is he gonna... Nope, he's not close enough to do his melee attack. It's gonna take him one more turn. And... it doesn't look like... Okay, so that is a dead end, so this is the path for engagement next turn. So high speed, as much power as we can get it. And 38. The Hunter has the medium laser, the Scorpion has longer range missiles. I'm more worried about the medium laser, it's more pinpoint damage. And we managed to nail him with one of the ER mediums. Did a little bit of damage, almost punched through. Enemy turn is up next. Scorpion's gonna back off, trying to get better solutions with his missiles, lobbing him down on top of the Hatchet Man. Oh, Hacker, you've taken so many missiles this game so far. And he's okay, but I'm guessing the Raven's going to be able to move next. Yep, Raven lobbing some... I assume they're long-range missiles. I have to assume that. Otherwise, how else did he get off-range shots? Could be MMLs. He is an ace pilot. He's going to move up nice, close, and personal. Bullet Trap, that's the position he wanted to be in. Oh, can I get him? I can get up on back shot. So we're looking at 43, 76, 63 versus... less than that. So we will move it. Get right on top of him. And hopefully this will knock the Raven out. So hi, I think you've made a tactical error, sir. And punching through with the cluster rounds. Engine crit, LRM-15 plus FTL. FTL, I'm not sure what that is. We'll find out soon. Also, I assume you are within range of AC-20 fire. Hunter backing up, going to fire on the Centurion, but sir, I think you did it just a little bit too late. This Centurion is ready to rock and roll. I'm showing minor damage. Exodus. Exodus can walk right up behind him. How about if Exodus just took the shot from here? It's a 34% chance with the big old cannon, and if we maneuvered into the back... Give me a back shot. There's the back shot. And that goes up to a 40. Yeah, we're going to take the walk. Hi. Everything on. We're going to cook it a little bit. Missed with the cannon again, unfortunately. Did punch through some of that armor. Destroyed his ferrofiber, so we're not going to be able to steal that. That's kind of unfortunate. And ammo explosion avoided. Hacker's up, and Hacker's going to run in here for the Hunter. Yes, he could go and he could finish off the Raven. However, I have reasonable confidence that Hammer will move first. I think we've done enough damage to the Raven to slow him down. There we go. Knocked off the Hunter from the list. Flamer crit and destroyed, but we don't really need Flamers. We're not building in that direction at the moment. Oh, no, he got it first. I was hoping I would have it. He's going to open fire everything he's got on the Valiant. The Valiant weathering the blows and able to shield through most of it. And then he'll ace pilot, I'm sure. Yep, he's backing up a little bit more. I don't think that's going to move enough in order to save you from the Valiant. We're about to find out. Hammer. Oh, Hammer has the range. He was going to run all the way back here. He'll be in the back. He'll be in cover. And he will be getting that back hit. So swing that axe, which is actually a sword. Of course you missed. A 94.9, and you missed. That's a little bit frustrating. But hey, Hacker's going to move next. And Hammer... Ooh, Hacker cannot kill a Scorpion. That will also be irritating. More incoming fire on Exodus in his Hunchback, but he is mostly okay. Hacker, I'm going to reserve, because here's what I'm going to try. Bullet Trap, first and foremost. Bullet Trap is going to line himself up right on here. He's going to open fire, and he's going to probably blitz him. And cluster rounds... There we go. Okay, so we killed his engine. We managed to kill enough of it, so that mech is out of there. We're actually going to get most of Raven parts out of that one. And Exodus in his Hunchback can sprint along this back line here, maybe? I can possibly see him from this corner, and if so... I probably didn't need to sprint that. I can see him. We will shut off the AC-20 and a medium laser. Turn on the small? No, just the medium laser. So single medium laser to fire. Get ourselves back under that heat. We can't afford to suddenly blow up 6 AC-20 shells. We don't have 600 damage worth of health in this mech. And now Hacker will come in and not have the range to make it. Sorry, but the Hunchback is becoming somewhat disappointing. I gotta get a bigger engine in this thing. I will rip out that AC-10 if it means I can get an engine that'll actually hit. Lots of pulse laser fire going out, managing to nail him quite a few times. Structure explode. Oh, just barely got it. I take it back. Your hatchet man is fine. Thank you. All right, all of them have been destroyed. Excellent shooting. I think we had one headshot. I don't think we had any penetrating hits. So Exodus? No, it was Hacker who's going to be in the hospital for a little while. But the mechs are okay, so that works out. Made 80,000 off of that mission. Yep, no penetrating hits, just the single headshot, which was very unfortunate. Got a lot of flea parts and a bunch of Raven parts, single Vindicator. Let's see what sort of stuff we can steal. There is a Narc beacon. Narc uses Narc ammo. A comm suite would be useful. How many fusion cores? We already have one of those. Grab the comm suite, maybe? Because that's an easy upgrade. That's just a straight-up cockpit upgrade. There's no heavy work needed in that one. And we can get Narc ammo. Because right now we only have Haywire ammo, if I'm recalling correctly. So, we've got lower arm. Don't really need it. Heat sinks, but no heatsink kits. IC engine is useless to us. We have a 175. We do not have a 120, but a 120 is getting really small. There is a PPC. We don't have any. That could be useful. And I do believe, yeah, we have one Narc beacon, so as much as I'd like to grab that, may not be the best idea. Could grab an LRM-20. We don't have any at the moment, and that could be the start of a long-range artillery mech. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3 Raven parts on the table, but I gotta grab stuff that'll be useful to us. And we grabbed 3 of the Flea parts and the Vindicator part. We left the Raven on the table, a bit unfortunate. Picked up a small laser and a flamer, which is and the LRM-10, which could be useful in some capacity. I'm not sure how yet, but we could figure it out. So, kind of happy that we got the Narc beacon, because now we can actually use that Narc beacon for functions other than just Haywire. So that'll be a nice pickup right there. Not quite sure what we're going to build that Raven into yet, though. It's still sort of up in the air for me. Still going to be quite some time before we need to worry about it. Worst comes to worst, we might even just rip the whole thing apart and just give its parts to other things. But I'm not sure I want to do that. I do want to put that electronic warfare suite on something useful. The problem is because it's a full electronic warfare suite, it's useful both in defense and attack, but ranged attack, so 8,276 for the next 7 days. By that point, the A-team should be ready to go once again. And what's the current task? Yeah, everybody took a little bit of a hit, but 3 days, 3 days, and 3 days, basically. And the Raven is another 16 days out. So let's chill for a bit. We got the A team back. Halt for a second. Another 2 days. 1 and 2. Training module is complete, so now everyone on the B team gets to actually start practicing. Let's do a quick check for anything super cheap that we could grab. Gotta remember that we do have 20 days until the report, so we're doing okay here. 180,000 would be +1 tech points, and 200,000 would be +1 tech points. Or we could spend 200,000 and get +2 morale, +1 tech. I think the lounge might be a good idea at this point. Or we could go for structural repairs. Yeah, I think I'm going to open up the lounge. The lounge gives us the biggest bang for our buck because it's tech points and at the same time gives us a morale boost. And it makes things cheaper. So we're going to spend the 225 in order to make that. That is going to dig into our money a little bit, but we should be okay. Our mech tech is also currently reduced because of the fire that occurred downstairs when the loader exploded that nobody saw. Quick check of our MechWarriors. We need to make sure that the A team is all set and ready to rock. So Ripper is... He's at 3,000, but he's not able to get it because he's just off from getting this. I'm going to get piloting, and then I'm going to get tactics up to snuff as well, just because that's so important to making sure that you can move. So he'll be reserving for at least one more turn. Omega, on the other hand, is up there and ready to go, so we're going to give him ace piloting. Lock that in. So Omega operating very much on the same path, and now we'll fill in his guts and his tactics, and he'll be good. Majestic is not A-team. Hammer, he could take a gunnery, give him an additional 2% to hit, but really he's so fast that he really can swing most of the time. So I don't really feel any major urge to pick that one up. And Brother off in the corner, he's not nearly as fast, so gunnery wouldn't necessarily go awry with him. But I'd like to get piloting. Get that nimbleness, get that high speed, although it doesn't really work for you. I mean, Ghost Mech will, that's kind of what I'm aiming for, but the first level of piloting doesn't really work for a melee mech because you're sprinting to get there. In any event, I don't think I want to give him gunnery, so that's somewhat of a moot point. So our mechs are all set and ready to go. Our pilots are all skilled up, and there was a 2-skull mission that we saw. Forward observers. It'll pay 973,700 or 3 of 13. 2-skull. I'm going to take it for salvage. Give me the stuff. And the Lyran Commonwealth is going to like us quite a bit from that one. So we're almost to being friends with them, and we can start taking other contracts because they'll actually be worth something. Alright, so the Valiant, the Hatchman, the Centurion, and the Hunchback. Give Ripper his Centurion back, Omega in his Hunchback, Hammer going back in his Hatchetman, and... Oh no, Hammer was in the Valiant, Brother was in the Hatchetman. And that'll be it. So that'll be the A-team rocking and rolling on a 2-skull difficulty mission. Hopefully we will be able to survive without dying. I think those two follow directly, but hey, we're going to have fun with it. So, the forward observers, I do believe there will be an additional reinforcement group. Unfortunate, but hopefully we'll be able to handle the first group fast enough that the second group won't be too terribly difficult for us to take. That's my plan-ish. And if we manage to pull that off, we could come out with some pretty interesting stuff. It's only 3 of 13, so it's not like we're going absolutely crazy in the sort of salvage we can get. For that, you need an escort mission for the 521s, and that is, well, not common by any stretch of the imagination. Although a 521 mission does give you a lot of stuff. Anyway, our scouts have observed local government military units covertly surveying military and industrial targets. This increased activity from the planetary government near several priority facilities suggests a strike is coming soon. We're tasking you with intercepting the scout lance that's identifying targets and eliminating it before it can report back. It'll be 224,700 C-bills and a maximum salvage of 3 priority and additional 10 after that for a total 313 at 2 skulls. Darius is hopefully going to actually give us the information that we require before, well, shells start entering foreheads. Because when warheads hit foreheads and Darius is only just then telling you, you've got a problem.
Brown as far as the eye can see.
Alrighty, so let's get on the roll. Maximum speed. We are going to make it all the way into the mineral field, lovely, and crossing this rough terrain, which really kind of sucks that you dropped us here, Samura. This is possibly one of the worst positions you could have picked. Well, maybe not. If we stand up on this hill, it's a good defensive position, as long as you don't realize that there doesn't appear to be many trees out here. The enemy is on the move, but we do not have them on sensors just yet. This is not a particularly large map either. Ripper, surprising enough, will follow up next. Get him a sprinting, and he will get to a mineral field, as well as the rough terrain. Rough terrain is a little bit rough on us because it makes us more vulnerable to incoming stability damage, and being knocked over, especially here in the early game, is very difficult to work with. Well, the Hatchetman roll right in front of him just to try and get into the same similar position of defense where he's in the mineral field. And Omega will bring up the rear in his well, not that much in the rear, in his relatively slow hunchback. Bring in the big guns. If we can get in close with it, we can do a lot of damage, but we got to see the target in order to deal damage to it.
Yes, boss.
Alrighty, so I'm tempted to reserve, and we shall. I'm going to reserve that way. That's kind of why I reserved. So we do have the enemy reinforcements showing up already. I'm going to reserve again. Pretty much going to just reserve down mostly to the bottom. Let's get Omega on the move. And keep him in the mineral field. Keep him well defended. Scanners out have detected nothing yet, but they're close. They will be very close. And it's entirely possible that Omega will pick them up on sensors first, although he doesn't have any special systems for it. Ripper will be able to follow up, and this will be the last turn. Ripper will be hanging out inside that mineral field. He is evasive, he is defended, and he has the additional interference of whatever minerals these are. I always assume it's something like magnetite or something. And we've got incoming fire. A large laser nailing the hunchback, plus an additional set of missiles. His leg is nearly open. That's a problem. So they have us on sensors, but we don't have them. So that's my major concern at this point. So I'm going to guess Raven. I guess everything is a Raven, but a large laser on a Raven plus a Beagle active probe seems to make the most amount of sense. We are going to sprint into this. We're going to get into the forest on this one. And this should be able to reveal a couple of targets. We have nothing. It's all blank. That's a problem. Alright, brother, you're coming up as well. Not a jump, but a sprint. Get all the way down here to the low ground. Oh, getting up to these guys is going to be difficult enough as it is. We do have a target, finally. It is a Locust. Okay, so a Locust with a large laser? What? This could be a bit of a problem. Because that's... well, that's a clan loadout, to be completely honest. Incoming shells plus some flamers from down to the bottom. Hopefully it doesn't hit. No hits. Okay, so we're good. Nice and evasive, but we don't have a target on that. We don't see it. We do not sense it. We were moving quite quickly, too. We have an assassin. Alright, that should be missiles for the most part. Yeah, that'll be SRMs plus a couple of medium lasers, I believe. So we've got an assassin, a locust, a commando, and an unknown down here who is currently stealthed enough that we can't see him. And again, the Valiant, I don't think, is the best of the scout mechs. It's not really a scout mech, it's a melee brawler that just happens to be on a light mech hull. Very useful, it's one of my favorites at this point, but not quite fantastic for what it's supposed to do. I'm going to reserve. Let's drop down even further. Although the fact that all of them went first is somewhat concerning. Locust is going to be on the move. Will the Locust fire another large laser? Please don't. Moving quite quickly into a corner. He can't get out of that one. Well, he can't see anybody from that position. More movement going on. Oh, there's so much movement. What is that? That was a cannon shell. That can't be a commando. There's got to be something behind that commando. Large laser, cannon shell, missiles. That sounds like a bushwhacker. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a bushwhacker. We may have a bit of a problem here. Alright, let's see if we can't get some motion on the road here. So we're going to continue to run mostly flat down here. Wow, your evasion chances are terrible. I will have a shot on the commando, though, so there is that working for us. And an LBX, change it to the cluster round for maybe a couple of hits. About 4 of them, so that's not terrible. So we are a little bit in a funnel here. And apparently they have flanked around to our back, because the camera's locked over here. So if that's the case, we may want to slow walk over here just to see what's going on. Actually, if we can use this as cover, that'd be fantastic. I don't think I've got a good shot on you. I mean, I could sprint to get the good shot. It also gives me the commando. We'll keep some altitude on this one. The higher we are, the less difference between us is, and the more accurate we'll be. Got a shot on the assassin, it's just not very good. Shut off that. Fire only with the lasers. We did manage to get a hit with one of the medium lasers. And assassins, they are kind of like light-medium mechs. So they're medium mechs technically, but they're on the lighter end of it. And more movement going on over here. I really hope that we censor them next turn. Can I sprint all the way up to him? No, we're pretty much committed on this path. So that is a concern. Reserve is down to Ripper now.
Yes, Commander.
Really kind of want to flank over in that direction just to see what's going on. Sprint. No, give me a sprint. I would have a shot at him as well. It's not tremendous accuracy we're dealing with up here.
Definitely.
Alright, line him up. I want cluster shells because of the greater accuracy. And we can hit this commando, surprisingly enough. Huh, this commando apparently is more easy to hit from long range, so we'll fire the lasers and the missiles and the cluster rounds. We got a couple hits. We got a penetrating hit there. Not too surprising considering how vulnerable the commando is to incoming fire. I really kind of want to move here. Got a hunch. Got a hunch that they're over here, and I don't want to be caught off guard on that one. But I also don't want to be out in the open. Give me a sprint. Not there. There might be a mech right here. I say that because there's a gap right here. Although that is where they swap between the two. So let's see if we can't find a position where I can be shooting at the enemy, be nimble enough not to get shot at, and not exposing my back to anybody. Here we go. And do we get anything on line of sight? Hi, Chaplain. Yeah, shoot at him because he's there. 2 good hits. Wow, 18% chances. Managed to nail him both times in the leg, it looks like. So Hammer will be after the enemy gets to move. Hopefully he will be able to move before this javelin so I can dive on top of him. Hit him with my axe, which is a vibro sword. Gotta remember that. We have the swordy one, not the axey one. And the commando appears to be taking somewhat of a defensive position. Hammer's gonna be up. Excellent. Okay, Hammer, you're gonna come over here. And it is a 91.2, and you're gonna come over here to get an 87, 91.2. I'm gonna go with the 87, even though you have a habit of missing things, even at 90s. So we're going for the melee attack. We'll ignore cover. We'll ignore his guarded, and there we go. Tore off half the mech, knocked out one of his defensive systems. Pilot injured, torso destroyed. He's got to be having not a great day at this point, hopefully. So he still has one of his missile systems, and this javelin could be equipped with SRM-6s. I think it's 2 SRM-6s on a javelin. On the standard javelin, anyway. Ooh, the hatchet man might be getting shot at from behind. Where are you guys going? Oh, they must be trying to get around the back here to engage us. There's something over here. I don't know what it is, but I want to find out. I almost moved over here, but I'm not... We did get a jump on the javelin. There is that. Okay, we still have our laser slug thrower wherever he is. Sitting right here would actually be a good position for him. He's got high altitude, and he would be able to sit in the middle of a mineral field. He's right on top of us, and he nails us with 60 damage on the hunchback. What the heck? We gotta figure out what the heck this is right now, because that hurt. Reserve. Enemy turn. I want brother. Or not brother, I want... I was right! I was right, it was a bushwhacker. Alright, and he's got an AC-10. He should actually have an LB-10. Or is it I think it's an LB-10. He's also getting a couple of missiles. Give me Omega. Omega needs to shoot this guy. Oh, Ripper could do the job too. Ripper really could do the job. Hi, Panther. Alright, we're at point blank range. Let's turn this slug to cluster. It's already set on cluster. Actually, if I turn it into a slug, it'd be a 17. Hi, we found you. Got a rear attack on him, which is good. Unfortunately, it's really terrible accuracy. And he's not unsteady, but he's having trouble. And I'm going to reserve again. Enemy turn. That's unfortunate. Got a melee attack incoming. From the javelin. Really? That doesn't seem right. I mean, yeah, -1 initiative, but you had an opportunity to deal so much more damage to me. And you just didn't. Brother, can you... Oh, can you get a jump on him? You can. Oh, that's lovely. So we could get an 11% chance. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. How about if I jumped up here? Getting on top of this bushwhacker would not be the end of the world. I hope. Although, I would suddenly be facing 3 other mechs. And I wouldn't actually be able to get up next to him. Yeah, I think a jump up here to engage these guys is probably the best idea at the moment. And because they're all facing in the same direction, I can basically get an angle on everybody. Hop up here. Engage the Panther. Cluster rounds are set. Not a terrific accuracy because we did jump. And nail him with all the fire. We do have a penetrating hit. I'm hoping that we can get something big out of this one. Pulse lasers getting a whole bunch of penetrators and just a heatsink. Is that enough to make him unsteady?
Something good?
Not quite. I had been hoping that he would be unsteady. He'd lose his evasion bonus, whatever that might be. That'll be a 20%. The back shot on you is a 23%. Kind of want to walk this. Well, we are going to walk this purely because we need the defense going on here. The problem is I can't really shoot this Panther as efficiently as I'd like to, because in order to just surround him, I'd have to put my back towards the enemy. So we're going to line up on him, AC-20 to active. Oh, and we nailed him with the AC-20. Lovely. So, plus a couple of laser hits. He's not having a good day. He's also unsteady, so there's that working for us. Although I think I'm going to have Hammer dive on top of the Javelin again. Oh, how much does this Panther have left? Oh, he still has his heavy rifles. This is an older Panther, I believe. Right? No, it's a 5T. Incoming fire on the Hunchback. They really want him down. Got a headshot on that one. So, -7 initiative on that. Very unfortunate. Comes back to us, please. No, Panther's on the move. Panther's going to try and get away. Open fire with the cannon. Not able to connect. He is evasive once more. He's still a little bit unsteady, so that could work against him. Hi, Stinger. Okay, pair of medium lasers is not the end of the world, but it could be. So we have that to deal with. Another good hit from that bushwhacker. Nailing us with his AC-10. So we've got to pull away from him. It's kind of surprised at how little information we have on him. Javelin coming in from another punch from behind. Able to impact. They are really focusing down on Omega's Hunchback. They must be terrified of that cannon. I can't blame them for being terrified of the cannon, but still. This is a little bit out of order. Melee attack from behind. I like those numbers. So let's swing at this Javelin. This one is undamaged, so I'm hoping to get a center line hit. Because if we can, we might kill it. Oh, we're jammed. Who's jamming us? Stinger? Stingers don't have jamming devices. We're being jammed by ECM. We've got a Panther over here. It could be that. We'll try and knock him out with cluster rounds. More incoming fire. Stop shooting the Hunchback.
Damage minimal.
And he's still evasive, luckily for us. I mean, that hasn't been helping him too much, but we've got to get him in back and in cover. They are rolling down this hill, trying to get in towards us. Missiles incoming. I think he's unsteady now. Which means he won't be able to run this turn.
I'm under heavy fire.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on, come back to us. I need to get the rest of my mechs involved. The Stinger running away. And rear attack into the Centurion. The Centurion's armor, able to handle that like a boss. I'm assuming you're an ace pilot. Yes, of course you are, because it'd be utterly foolish not to be in that situation. Brother, you're going to get in here. You're going to swing at this Panther. You're going to hopefully kill him. And... no, that puts your back to the enemy. 87% we'll go for. So let's swing this axe and see if we can't knock the Panther out, because I'm very concerned about that cannon. Okay, there goes his cannon. He's not dead, but he is armless. And he is no longer evasive.
Let's do this.
Alright, Ripper wants the Javelin. And he shall have the Javelin.
On my way.
Hi. Goodbye.
Firing.
I'm hoping. I mean, it's only a Javelin, but still. Come on, give me some good penetrations here. Nothing? Apparently not. Omega's got to keep pulling back. He can't be up here. 16% is not good. We're going to give Omega Bulwark. Recover a little bit here. Get some movement going on here. It is an unobstructed rear shot. That's kind of because the Valiant is right there. Can I get it? Ooh, right there. Yeah, that'll be the best I can get. We're going to keep pulling away, make the shots longer and longer. More difficult for them to hit. We are being jammed by ECM still. Nail him. At least with the lasers. Okay, left torso's gone, so that's helpful. So he's lost half of his weapon systems and -6 initiative. So brother should be able to get a good hit on him. Enemy turn. We're back up to the top of the initiative. That Locust got to be moving. Rear attack hitting the Hatchet Man. Kind of to be expected. I thought I was facing more towards the mountain, but apparently I revealed the back of my armor. That is unfortunate. Hatchet Man moves to here. Or the Valiant moves here, Hatchet Man moves here to protect each other. We finish gunning down the Javelin. Although... Panther's 25 damage per round. Yeah, we're going to axe the Javelin. The Javelin actually has some defenses going on. Can you finish moving, guys? I mean, it's not that big a deal. You're coming around here working through this sort of difficult terrain. We get it. We have your strategy in mind. Alright, brother, to get your back away from the enemy, we're going to move you over here, which will probably put your back towards that stinger, but I am less worried about a stinger than I am about everything else that's coming our way. Okay, there goes his leg. And a heatsink. So he'll be on the ground, which will reduce his initiative even more. Lovely. Eject. No, he's down to 2 of 4 health. And then he gets to roll again. We have that bushwhacker. Would you please stop trying to kill, well, the hunchback. I was about to say everybody, but really he's only been trying to kill the hunchback.
My armor's getting stripped off.
Hammer will now be able to cross the streams and move over here. And go for an axe on the javelin. And get a good hit on there. Tore out his torso for the most part. He's down to 1 of 3 health. Come on, bail out, man. Okay, good. He's out. He's got no weapons. He's got nothing left. And now Omega is an ace pilot, so what Omega's going to do, he's going to take aim. He's going to blow off the other leg. Although if he hits with the autocannon, it's going to kill him. Oh, good. Most of that survived. Please, all of that survived? Okay, good. Alright, so we've completely incapacitated him. And now we will move into cover over here and hunt for that stinger. I don't know where it is. So that stinger is jamming us. That's going to be a royal stinger then. I unfortunately do not have shoot and scoot yet. That is a bit of a problem. Because I'd like to be able to kill this guy without exposing myself too much. So we're going to move out over here, which does expose me quite a bit, but this should kill him. Probably should have set the cluster to solid slug. Alrighty, his stability checks have all passed. Really? The pile's out of there. Okay, good. So we've killed most of the enemy scout lance. We're still dealing with the reinforcements. There you are. Stinger's still on site. Commando rolling forward. Now he will still have us as blips, but he doesn't actually have us in sight anymore, so that's helpful. Unless he's got additional sensor packages, which he might. He is, after all, a commando. Commandos were designed for that sort of rating. A locust as well. So they ran all the way back here? What? That seems odd. So we're going to pull back. There's the assassin. Assassin also pulling back. Gonna fire his missiles and everything at the Valiant, but the Valiant is nimble and almost unseen, although he did still get hit by one of the missiles. We're gonna pull back. Not use hammer just yet.
Waiting for my opening.
Okay, bushwhacker moving up. Probably should have thought of that before I did that. And the laser? And the machine guns are in range now. Okay, we've got problems. The Valiant can't engage that on his own, but we do have a height advantage on this. He's overheated on that one. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Brother, I don't want brother to do this. I want my gunner mechs to get in sight. Stinger is rolling. Stinger is running. Pair of long-range attacks with the medium lasers, focusing on that hunchback as they do. Or the hatchet man, actually, not the hunchback. The hunchback is invisible to the own. Okay, Ripper. Ripper is going to move into basically the middle of everybody, which is dangerous, but I think will give us some good results. Good line of sight. Okay, vigilance, because he's about to be the focus of a lot of attention. And switch this sucker to a slug. It's only a... Wait, really? It's a 56 versus a 37? Jeez. I guess we got a cluster at that point. Well, maybe. You know what? Fire it. Yeah, we missed. But nail him with all the other weapons that we can. And he's tagged. Okay, that'll make everybody else a little bit easier. So he's been detected officially.
Hey there.
Brother's not going to be able to get a shot. Hammer. Hammer, I was really hoping you'd get the run. But Hammer does not have it. So if I were to work with that, Hammer would be basically getting himself killed. So we're going to chase after this guy then.
Got it.
Keep Hammer out of the fight for a little while. We're just going to get overwatch positions and shoot down on him. Pair of ER mediums. Both of them missed, but that's not a big deal. If he moves towards me next turn, I can axe him. I think he knows that, which means he'll probably try and stay away from us. Brother does still have an LBX cannon. He might be able to get some work done here. So put us into cover, gives us a direct line of sight. Stand up in the line. He's acting as a gunner this round, which is kind of unfortunate. Slug as well. Missed him, unfortunately. Wow, you're missing a lot on this one. It's a 50%, man. Did not do quite as well as I've been hoping. I'd like to get a bushwhacker. Bushwhackers are awesome. Somehow he's just disappeared. Oh, that's just because the bushwhacker doesn't have a good line of sight on him. I don't want to expose you, honestly. You're too valuable to risk at this point. But you know what? You're going to help hunt this down.
Roger that. Going to full throttle.
One, it's going to give us some heat back. Turn off the AC-20. Actually, no, just don't bother. You're not going to hit anything. Chill out for the turn. Let the cannon settle. And I want to keep him in range. We want to pepper this guy for a little while, but I don't want to expose him too much because the bushwhacker's already pretty beat up. Okay, commando's moving off sensor. And the assassin also moving back around. Gonna fire some long range. We have damage reduction thanks to cover and guarded. Nothing too terrible. Although the tag hand is getting a little bit vulnerable.
Receiving you.
Hammer, I'm really hoping to swing with you. So we're going to preserve the Valiant again. Really, it's a line of sight problem. Come on, come closer. Not further away, you little... Stop running. I will corner you against the side of the map and I will gut you like a fish. Don't think that I won't. You have caused far too much damage to me for me to think that you're going to survive. That'll be a 43% chance on the slug. Move a little bit, keep the damage reduction going on here, and nail him. Miss him again, unfortunately. I really want that slug to hit him. Tagged again. Not unsteady, but he's about to be. So I'm gonna jump. Yes, I'm revealing myself to a commando. I know that. That'll be a really good chance to hit. And he does not have a very good shot. That's gotta be it.
Roger.
Hop. Next round we'll be able to swing. Slug to cluster. Nail him in the back. We get enough good hits. I had been hoping we'd get some penetrators, but we didn't. We did get a structure exposed though. Lost his evasion. Not that that's going to matter because he gets to move now, and he is going to roll... Focusing in the Centurion. Did manage to hit us with the large laser. Alright. Brother's going to nail you next turn. I think that's within his run. I think. I'm pretty positive on that one. Okay, we've got the Locust moving into the back of the Hatchet Man. For sure. Medium lasers? He's facing the wrong direction, though.
Standing by.
Hammer doesn't have a target still, but Hammer's not going to get a target this turn. So let's just get right on top of him and say hi. Hi, buddy. Stop running. It's time to end this, and the fact that you keep doing this is getting more than a little irritating. Could have hit him. That would have been more impressive. Although I think this guy has ECM on him.
No
STG 3G.
Receiving you.
And there's no way that Omega gets a shot from this range. It's 28%. That's not terrible, actually. Oh, let's do it, actually. All right, we got a 28% chance. Send that football. Missed. Hit him with a laser, though. Every little bit counts. Although next turn is going to be a little bit rough. Enemy turn. Stinger plus all of this. They have more light mechs than we do, and they probably have better pilots when it comes to tactics. We really can't keep neglecting that. So as soon as Ripper manages to get the higher level of tactics, we are going to immediately dive on top of that. And wait for it. Who else is moving? Got the Locust. Locust probably has back shots on somebody. He's coming down the mountain. Yeah, he's got a back shot. I think, if he wants it. Where are you going? Really? You can make... Unless you have a large laser. But I didn't think a Locust, unless it was Clans, was built with a large laser. Might be a custom variant. 3V is not a custom variant. Alright, Ripper.
Yes, Commander.
It's time to come down on top of him like a sack of bricks. So let's line up on Mr. Bushwhacker here. Yes, we're exposing ourselves. That's expected. Oh, no!
Confirm.
No, I'm an idiot. I pulled out a line of... Pulled out a line of sight.
Good.
Hammer, can you bail me out? I doubt it. Pull him back. How? How are you moving faster than my Hatchet Man? Nail this with that large laser. He's probably got to be out of shells at this point. I have tagged you several times. How come you are invisible?
You trying to attract my attention or something? Good to go.
Alright, Hammer. Swing and kill, please.
On it.
Let's end this farce.
Targeting for physical attack.
Not quite ended, but hey, you tried. Really kind of disappointed. He probably hit the arm and it transferred in.
Need something cheap?
Brother doesn't have a shot. Reserve. Omega's up.
Standing by.
The question is, can Omega get a shot? Sprint? Nope. Omega will not get a shot. His armor's quite weak, too. Show off the AC-20, fire the medium lasers. I think we missed him with everything. Alright, so that means that Brother's going to have to run in, which is unfortunate, because I wanted Brother to shoot him, or to axe him. So we'll get in back here again. Position ourselves in a relatively protected position. Swing around to the back. Line them up. We are going to push the heat scale. And that was an exposed back. Come on. Give me some good criticals here. Gyro crit is a good crit to get. Plus his E-cooling is down. That's an ejection, and that's a mostly intact bushwhacker. We're going to grab a lot of parts from that. Stinger, I don't know how you're alive. RogueTech! He hit us with his medium laser, and that hurt. That almost penetrated. I think we've got him, though. Come on, give me my map. Assassin's coming in close, and the Assassin's actually going to get the back shot that he wants on that Centurion, I'm sure of it. Yup, taking it like a champ, but we are going to turn around. We are going to hit you like a brick. Like several bricks. Alright, Hammer, end this, please. Just this time. Turn him into nothing. There we go, that's what I wanted. Scout Lance is destroyed. So I'm very happy that I decided to go with the A team. They're a little bit better in terms of skills than the B team. Not much, but a little bit. And this match really has proven to be quite interesting on this one. The Commando's zipping back and forth. I don't know what he's doing. I do not understand it. I'm not sure I really care, though. Okay, so you are the Locust. I'm going to sprint right in on you.
Consider me there.
Hi, I have a vision on you. It's got to shut off the cannon. And one of the medium pulses. And a second medium pulse. We got to get ourselves under heat. We've got a little bit of a heat problem. But we can plink away with a couple of medium laser shots. And we did open up both of his back torsos. That's very nice. So he will react to that, and we might be able to react to his reaction. Locust is rushing forward. And deciding to get in on the fight up here. Gotta say, I'm not sure that's the best plan you've ever made. Although, the Hunchback's getting kind of low. By kind of low, I mean the Hunchback's getting very low. More machine gun fire. He split the fire between the two, but it doesn't really matter.
Light damage, Commander.
And Ripper.
Waiting for orders.
Still that Commando up there. Can't forget about that Commando. Just to shoot from here would be really good if I sprinted around to the back, which I'm probably going to do. High, it's a much less chance to hit, actually. So if I move right here... 84's in the MMLs, that's our deal. Plus a 37 on the cannon. Versus a 25 on the cannon and a 74 on the MMLs. Yeah, we're going to move around to the side. Do we know what kind of commando this is? Just a commando. I'm going to move around to here. I'm stealing the spot away from the Hunchback, but I'm going to do it. Alright, kick it onto a slug, I think? 30. Yeah, kick it on the slug. And the slug penetration, do something cool? No, not really. He has been target acquired. That'll make it an easier shot for Omega to make. So we do have that. And I do have a... Nope. Go back to Omega. Got a high altitude shot shooting down on him. I'm going to take that for sure. Turn on that AC-20. Hey, we got his leg. So his leg's out. He'll be on the ground. 4 of 5 health. Wow. He's a gutsy pilot, all right. On your back, though, please. I'm going to see if I can't kill you by next turn. And it comes back to us. Hammer is up, it would appear. Hammer, I don't think isn't... Well, Hammer can get in range of the Locust if he runs fast enough. Oh, no, he can't. He will not be able to see the Locust at all. So we're going to have to run right there. Zipping at maximum speed past all this terrain. Now, his back is quite vulnerable. We have to keep that in mind. Shoot for the leg. 257s, both of them missed, unfortunately. Didn't do a whole lot. I was hoping to take out that leg to take him offline, although, to be fair, 44 damage probably would not have killed him. Let's see what moves next. We've got a Locust and Commando. The Commando is going to get on the roll. He's getting back into the fight. The fire at the Hunchback. We finally have a penetration. Now, it is on the arm, which has destroyed our hand, which has a battle fist. That's pretty much it. We'd prefer not to.
What's up, boss?
Brother has a back shot on this Locust. And it's right there. And that's exactly what he's gonna do. All cannons on. Fire into the darkness. And... Come on. Just give me enough hits to remove this Locust from the field. Yes! We took him completely offline. So Locust is gone. And Ripper's up. Ripper does not have shoot and scoop, but that's okay. Ripper can move into cover, which will protect him from the Commando. Aim down. Blow off the leg. Set to slug. and fire.
Copy that.
Okay, we got a good hit on the slug. And blew off the leg. That's him out too. That's a lot of locust parts, or assassin parts. So we've got a lot of mech parts that we're going to be able to get here.
Standing by.
Alright, so pull you back. 1, your AC-20 needs time to reset, and 2, you probably aren't going to hit him anyway. So brace that up, protect him a little bit better. We don't want to take any more damage on that hand, because it's already going to be quite the pain to repair. And the commando operating from up high, going to keep firing down. It's a side shot, getting a couple of good hits on us. He's getting close to armor penetration.
I'm taking it hard out here, Commander. Commander.
Okay, hammer. Hammer, I need to get you all the way up here, and that's... It's a long trip, but that's the one you're going to make. Going to take the path that the locust did. And circle around. Brother, on the other hand, gets to shortcut it. And hop right up here.
Affirmative.
Take aim. Yeah, we got 3 clusters left. Keep shooting. Oh, we blew something up. Good. So already the pilot's not having a good day. Omega. Omega's gonna hide. Omega's gonna get into cover in trees, and he will not engage. I think we're done with Omega. Ripper, I'd like to do the same with, if I'm completely honest. But I think I'm gonna keep going with Ripper. He's almost out of armor, that's my concern.
Coordinates.
Get some evasion going. Turn that slug into a cluster round. And open fire with... Oh, I'm out of MMLs. Oh, okay. This was the last firing of MMLs. Okay. I was worried that I had shut them off, and I was like, when did I do that?
Hostile elite.
Alrighty, so that's everybody out. That should slow down the planetary government. So not bad at all. Let's see what sort of goodies there is to extract out of this one, because we went for 3 of 13, and there's going to be a lot of parts on the table. Just like a lot of parts. If there's enough bushwhacker parts, I'm going to grab all that, because bushwhackers are amazing. And Hunchback took the arm hit, so that's a penetrator and an injury on Omega from that headshot, so he'll be out for a little bit. But other than that, everybody's doing mostly okay. A little bit irritated that it took so long to get the Valiant into the fight, but that's kind of to be expected. 1, 2, 3, 4... Come on, that mech was completely intact. A whole ton of Javelin parts and a bunch of Panthers and the single Stinger. We have the AC-10++ times 2 stability damage, and that's it. SRM 2's Beagle Active Probe. Cockpit Voice +1 initiative. Offers advanced voice interaction interface. Endo Steel. Decent sized fusion core. That's a 280. That's amazing. 275 would also be good. Engine XL. And I think that'll be an heatsink double. Heatsink kit double. I have 2. And I have a single heatsink double. The Beagle Active Probe, I need to give myself the an advanced sensor mech. The Endo Steel is just useful for any mech that we want to build, and the XL engine, well, I can put that in a light and make it even better. So we got 2 Javelin parts, a Locust part, and a Panther part. I'm really disappointed we didn't get any Bushwhacker parts. We did get its ER large laser, though. So there is that working for us. Case, a heatsink, a jump jet. Wow, the random really kind of screwed us. We did not do well for the rolls on that. But other than that, the parts were okay. The XL engine will be interesting to throw into something. I mean, it's got to be thrown into a light. It could be thrown into that Raven. Although if we're throwing it into the Raven, we got to make that Raven a lot faster and a lot more defensively tanky. So there is that to think about. I'll have to come up with something when we finally build it. We've got quite a bit of building we still need to do. Because these mechs, some of them are good, but some of them not so good. Kind of regret that I didn't grab the fusion core, because I desperately need to give that hatchet man a bigger fusion core. It's a problem. It's a significant problem. And the main issue is just he's not fast enough. He gets bogged down in the rest of the fight. He's not able to zip into battle like he needs to in order to swing that axe. So I'd like to get him in soon. 52,479 for the next 37 days. Oof. Took a lot of hits. Let's see how that actually shakes out. The Hunchback is a 19-day fix, which will bring us right to the edge of the end. So we're probably going to keep that in reserve and bring out the Enforcer for a mission sometime soon. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and we are having a live stream on Saturday at 5 o'clock where we will be beginning our RogueTech stream campaign. It's something that we do every single Saturday. It's a different campaign, a different setup, and we take viewer interaction, sort of what the names are, what to do with the mechs, that sort of thing. And we will be getting that on Saturday, so if you want to get involved in starting to build a company from the ground up and interact with it, be there at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, and we shall create something fantastic. Again, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Anyway, and I will see you all in the next episode.